Hi everyone, thank you for watching. In this video, I'm gonna show you a little bit of a demonstration of this app, a very simple app that I originally created for my husband. He was recently diagnosed with diabetes, so I decided to make an app that can keep track of his blood sugar levels. Now I know there are a lot of diabetes apps out there, but I wanted to practice my skills and see if I could create somewhat of a similar app using Salesforce. So in this app called Diabetes Kicker, there's a couple of custom objects. I created a bunch of reports and there's a dynamic dashboard in here on this homepage. Each of these objects have their own Lightning record page, except for the homepage. And as you can see, I have a record list here, a rich text area here, which is kind of a cute slash funny motivational text, and a recent item list that I filtered with just records from objects that are separate from the blood sugar records that we have here on the left side. That way it's cleaner. We could distinguish the records. So before I go over this dashboard, I'm just gonna go over some of the objects I created. The first custom object I created is called blood sugar levels. And as you can see, it's very simple. This page is meant to record all these different blood sugar levels here. So I'm gonna show you the page layout of this page. I have a couple of required fields here. So when creating a new blood sugar level, I'm going to put a random number. The first validation rule that I will show you is the date field. I created a validation rule that doesn't let you save the record if the date is in the future, because that wouldn't make sense. It has to be current, or if you forgot to record the blood sugar reading earlier, then you could put a date in the past. So that's the first one. So I'm gonna go fix it. The second validation rule I created is is dependent on the time of day. So as you can see here, there's a bedtime dosing question mark. For those of you who are not familiar, there's different insulins that you take before each meal or before bed. And if you click on the before bed time of day value and try to save it, it's not gonna let you unless you click on the bedtime dosing. And as you can see, if this checkbox is not checked, you can click on the basilar dose. There's a field dependency here that shows you the amount of units you need to administer. Okay, so I'm gonna click save. And if we go on this record, there is another field in here that shows up, which is the units of Humalog to administer. So Humalog is short acting, and I'm gonna edit. There is actually a formula in here that shows you the amount of Humalog to administer depending on the number. If it's 240, it changes to 4. If you change it to 360, changes to 10. I also created restriction here. You can't save anything that is more than 3 digits. Okay, so I'm gonna just pick another random number. Okay. So there you go. Blood sugar level formula right here. This is a validation rule, and this is also a validation rule dependent on the time of day value. And this 14 units is a field dependency that is dependent on the bedtime dosing checkbox. So this is the lightning record page for blood sugar levels. As you can see, it's very simple. I really was focusing on how this would look on mobile when I was creating this app. So I just wanted it to be clean with not a lot of unnecessary information. I added the recent items here on the right as well. That way you could easily navigate to some how-tos um, or anything. Oops. Or how to check your blood sugar step by step. So that was my first object. My second object is called insulin. This just lists out the different insulins that my husband takes. He uses Humalog, which is the fast acting that he takes before he eats. And it's just a rich text field. I added this link to the FDA if there's more information that he needs to see in the basilar. So that's insulin. And the last object I have here is called how-tos. I just created some step-by-step guidance. How to check his sugar, how to use an insulin pen, and the injection techniques. Need to be rotating sites. But these are all lightning record pages. I just wanted to make it very simple. I just wanted the heading and the details, and that's it. In here, I customized the page layout as well to just be edit, delete, and sharing. Same for any insulin record, and the same for any blood sugar record. Okay. So going back to the home page, I know there's a dashboard here, like I mentioned, and these dashboards, this dashboard components pull data from a bunch of different reports that I created. Show you reports. So these are the reports I created. They're just different ones. And dashboard. I'll have one dashboard. Yep, this is pretty much it. I have a dashboard filter added. And this first component is the average blood sugar of all time, or depending on the filter, but this is just the number. The second component here is the average levels over time by month. And this is just the average per date, because I know we can have multiple records in a day, especially if you're taking it before meals and at bedtime. And as I said, these have filters on them. So if I changed this to the last 3 months, numbers will change as well. As you can see, January, February, March, and the number change. If I do this week, we get the average, the dates, and nothing will show here because this is average per month over time. And I'm gonna go back to all. There's a this year filter, but will show all the data since I just created an app. But there you have it. It's just a very simple blood sugar tracker. I think this information here is just a very good it's a helpful overview of how his numbers are running. So I decided to put the components here. But again, thank you for watching. And if there's any comments, any feedback, please feel free to let me know. I created this app last night after the Healthcare Heroes Force meeting. I was just really inspired by the app that Nico created. Um, again, thank you for watching. And if there's anything else, please let me know.